Hello, everybody. So you might have followed the drama that happened recently with, let's say, the HoI4 TNO and now Reddit. I will not go into detail about these dramas because if I do, I probably will get doxxed. So I'm not interested. But I do want to talk about how this can occur and what the overlying problem is and how hopefully one can fix it. While these three cases are different in what happened, the problem actually is the same. Let's take the frontier because it's something I personally been dealing with in this channel, and it actually won't get me doxxed like the TNO will. More or less, degenerate things happen, people criticized, but they didn't take it in. Why? The mod has built up a community around it, and this community will defend itself no matter what. So if someone threatens this community, it will destroy that criticism. And that's what happened with the frontier. They build up a community, and anyone criticizing the mod is also attacking the community. And that community wants itself to keep going, so they will not allow any sort of attack. If we take TNO, same goes there. It was not criticisms of the mod, but it was criticism of what the devs did. So if anybody criticized or told on the devs, they will get banned. Or if they said or shared any of the information, and they will get raided and have a lot of issues if they do. When it comes to Reddit, it's weirdly enough the same. It's a niche in-group, a community within the moderation team of Reddit that made sure that they stayed safe. If someone notified them the behavior that existed within this niche community, they will accuse whomever talked of harassment and get them removed from Reddit, protecting the assailant in the community by making sure that anyone who criticize or tell get removed. Now, why is this a thing? In the society we built up with our nation states and our civilizations, we have a social hierarchy, a social dynamic that we work within. This is what will tell you who, if you can breed or not. Like if you are socially inept or ugly or whatever, you will not breed. And breeding in our society is actually usually what brings you up in the social hierarchy. You know, the shad and beta type of thing. Shad always gets the women. Whenever you move into sort of a different type of group that's outside of main societal hierarchies, you find issues. So when it comes to the Hollywood, let's take Hollywood as an example, where they have created their own internal community within the Hollywood elite themselves, ignoring the hierarchies and social dynamics of America. And the issue with that is these people who get into these groups, they're usually not of high quality. They're not the Chads, because Chads knows how to deal with that usually. Chad knows how to act and how to behave within a social hierarchy or within a social dynamic to fit in. The Hollywood social dynamic, the people who does not know how to behave will get on top because they didn't get on the social top, the higher ups of the hierarchy, by being better. They did it through cheating. This is something I call synthesized social dynamics, which is simple. Again, back to the idea, in a civilization, there is a social dynamic which you have to follow. It's an organic social hierarchy. You can make it so that you create another sort of social dynamic. And the internet, for example, is a very, very easy way to do that. Hollywood happened over a very long time, but in the internet, it can actually happen very quick because you do not have to interact with the overall society outside of the internet. So here, in that new social dynamic, whom was Chads outside is no longer the Chads, the higher ups of the social hierarchy. Now, there are other people up in the social hierarchy. And sadly, these people do not know what to do. They don't know how to act. And in many cases, you will get very degenerate people in these locations. But because they have created this social hierarchy, if someone is to complain or criticize the higher-ups in this self-made social hierarchy, this synthesized social dynamic, they will get ostracized and removed, which is not a good thing. So the chads or the higher-ups of the synthesized social dynamic a synthesized social hierarchy, can then get away with a lot more than if they could in real life. Alright, so now we understand what the hell is happening. Can we then battle this? Like, how do we do to battle this synthesized social dynamic? It ain't easy battling this. So, for all the communities so far, they hasn't really fixed the problem. None of the three has fixed the internal problem. The frontier, for example, is back to the same pattern that it was before the big crash, meaning the internal group didn't learn anything. The only changes they've done is bring in new people, but it's yes sayers. Nothing's really going to change. For TNO, while the main people are gone, Pink Panther, Pacifica, are gone from the main group, a lot of the assailants, the bad people, are still in TNO. They still defend each other outside, because it actually, weirdly enough, goes beyond just a Discord chat log. It goes into the overall political left-leaning side. So this is like all of BreadTube pretty much is not all, but a lot of like BreadTube viewers are defending them, because if you're part of my ideology, my politics, I'll defend you even though you do the most heinous of fucking things. Sad. And when it comes to Reddit, nothing changed. Oh, I didn't see this one person being an assailant. Oh, let's remove it. And then then they will think they solved the issue. But no, they haven't. The same people, the same assailant, the people who allowed it to happen, the people who banned, are still there. There are instruments, there are tools to battle this. This is force, usually. Well, how people have handled it, I will take Slackjaw as an example. It's fun, it's fun doing it, but it's not the best way of handling it. If you have evidence of bad doing that is illegal, which two of the three, not Frontier hasn't done anything illegal, but two of the three have done, you do have to report it to the police or Interpol or anything of that. They have the force, the organized force, to remove them. Alright, so state works through an organized force. They have monopoly of violence. Yeah? You should not bring violence yourself when there's organized violence in place. You use the organized violence and the tools that this violence has to battle this internal structure. That's the only way you can properly make it disappear. It won't ever disappear because horrible people always exist. But you need to get those involved. You can't go around doxing yourself. You can't go around sending death threats or whatever the hell you guys are doing. Don't do that. And yeah, you can try to battle the ostracization. You can say, "Oh, you gay," and yee, and all of that, which is fun. Like, and don't take me wrong, you should do it. Like, you should try to break down them feeling like the superiors by bullying, by mocking, by making a fool out of themselves. Yes, that will actually protect newcomers. And that's really good. It protects new people coming in. So hopefully they can't get another victim. But you need to bring some organized violence from the outside. Get the police involved. Get them fucked over in other ways. If you have evidence, that is good enough. Hell, I mean, one thing that actually works as well, bring the bureaucracy there. Like, make them go through a fuck ton of bureaucracy, which will make it so they can't do anything else, and get them stuck in some sort of a limbo. That's hell on earth. And that's a good punishment. But I do recommend reporting to the police if you have evidence. But I think one thing that will stop this is prevention. Because once it's there, you can't do much about it. But if you can prevent this from happening, that's the main part. Do not allow beta virgins feeling like chads bully people. Bullying is genuinely a good thing. Like when I was a little Timmy boy, I didn't think bullying was good. But bullying, like actual proper bullying, is good things. That's how you make people change. You need to make them feel shit. And if they're doing acts, which they have done here, bullying works. But that's only before they have come to the part that they are now. If someone bullied Pink Panther early on, he would have not let this happen because he would have seen the error in his ways. But because no one bullied him, no one told him, he did not see the error in his ways. So, I condone bullying. I guess that's the end. Have fun with that fucking statement of bullying acceptable. And I can't. I want to say goodbye, but also I want to say I can't actually tell in more detail. I'm genuinely afraid of doxing. They will dox anyone who. These people are fucking shit. Okay, these people are horrid. Have fun and good.